All right, time for the next episode. This is going to be covering numbers 30 down to 21. We're past halfway. We're getting to some of the really good movies. And here we have some of the classic films that we all know and love. We've got a few little offshoots that are from stories that were written before, so they're not Disney originals. And there's a few, random ones in there that we felt really deserved to be in this top of the list. So let's go ahead and get to those now, and we'll see what you think. Coming in at number 30, Robin Hood. This is why we chose it as number 30. Robin Hood is one of those classic tales where they go ahead and redo everything with animals, and I think they hit everything perfectly with this one, having Robin Hood be a fox, Little John being a bear. I think all the animal counterparts are terrific. The music is great in this one. It makes you hum along and sing along with it. I love the battles that Robin Hood had with all the guards. The Sheriff of Nottingham is fantastic. You have Little John, which is just one of the best characters. I love how Friar Tuck interacts with everybody. And it just really tells the entire tale of Robin Hood from a Disney perspective, with Prince John being this cowardly lion that sucks his thumb and only wants money, and how heroic Robin Hood is with Maid Marian, and how he gets out of the craziest situations. It just really makes for an overall fun time. I know they use a lot of the same voice actors that they've used for different roles, i.e. Phil Harris with Little John kind of as Baloo, but just having Sir Hiss and all the other characters, it really made it for a fun time. And if you ever get to the Disney parks and you ever get a chance to see Robin Hood there, or at the Halloween time seeing and interacting with the Sheriff of Nottingham, it's a pretty fun thing to do. This is one of my kids' favorite movies, and that's why it's so high up on the list, just because the amount of action and songs and animals, they really love the animal fact of it, and it's just all in all a great movie. Coming in at number 29, 101 Dalmatians. This is why we put it at number 29. 101 Dalmatians. This is your typical quintessential animals got stolen by a bad guy and we've got to go and save them. What sets 101 Dalmatians apart from all of the others is definitely your villain. Cruella de Vil is just one of the best, most renowned villains. The fact that she's stealing these animals not for ransom, but because she wants to make them into a coat. She wants to literally kill every single one of these animals and make them into a fabulous coat is just the definition of a villain. And the fact that she won't carry it out by herself, she has her little goons, Horace and Jasper, do it, and they are your atypical knuckleheads that really can't get a job done. And all of your dogs are able to escape because those two are not the smartest. I also do love the recent take on Cruella that was the live action, kind of telling the story of Cruella from a different point of view. Really like that one. It really makes you like Cruella, makes you like Horace and Jasper. But this one was just it. It was a fun movie. You had all the fun little characters like Lucky and Patch. One of our favorites is Rolly, and how he always looks like he's hungry. He says, "I'm hungry, Mother. Really, I am." We just loved it. This is just a fantastic, fun movie for the family to watch, and it's great. And then at number 28, Pocahontas. This is why we chose to put it at 28. Pocahontas came out in the Renaissance, right after, I think, Little Mermaid, Aladdin, and Lion King. So it was amongst the really big heavy hitters. But Pocahontas stood on its own for its music. Its music was beautiful. There were so many different songs that really made you just sing along. They were wonderful. The characters were great. Retelling the story of Pocahontas and John Smith by also having the different animals. Meeko's great, Percy's great, Flit's great. And then you have one of the main things that bad guys do in this one, where they have their own kind of goal in mind, and no matter what is proven to them, like when they come to the governor and they say, listen, there is no gold here, he's still going to go ahead and push his agenda and still have him dig, still fight the savages, as he calls them. But I think it's a great movie, just kind of talking about how if we listen to each other and, we see everyone else's point of view, maybe we can change our own point of view and follow your dreams, even though they might be crazy, because they might be telling you in the grand scheme of things that you're meant to do something else other than what everyone else believes you are meant to do. So listen to your dreams, kids, and make sure that you watch this movie because it is full of fun and great music. In number 27, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. This is why we chose to put it at 27. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. This is your quintessential Pooh film. This gives you everything that you love about Pooh, how he eats his honey, how he meets Tigger, how he's helping Piglet and Rabbit and Owl and Kangaroo. This is what started it all. This is what makes you love Pooh, because he's just the most cuddly, nice little bear that is always there for his friends, and he's always hungry. I love the aspect of him getting up and doing a few little exercises to make himself feel better, because we all know those exercises would not help with the amount of eating that Pooh Bear does. But Pooh's a great character. He really just makes you see the bright things in life and be there for your friends, because that's what matters. And at number 26, Fantasia. Yes, this is why we chose to put it at number 26. Fantasia. This is a masterpiece. This is how you combine music with moving pictures in just a spectacular way. This one gave us so many different things. It gave us the ballerina scene with the hippos and the alligators. It gave us Sorcerer Mickey, which is just amazing. It gave us Yensid. For all of you who don't know who that is, that's Disney spelled backwards. That's the magician or warlock that Mickey steals the hat from. And one of my favorite things, it gives us Chernabot. Chernabot is one of those big, dark villains that can be like the king of all villains, because he's just massive. He's the size of a mountain, and he can go ahead and summon demons. I mean, Chernabot is villain 101. He's one of the best. I wish they would have put him in a few other Disney films as kind of like the main bad guy, because I'd watch it. Fantasia was great. I can watch it again and again because the music and the pictures are wonderful. Coming in at 25, Hercules. This is why we chose to put it at 25. Here's another one of Disney's brilliant ways that they do things. Take a classic story of Hercules and retell it in Disney fashion. Really love the music of Hercules. Love the muses. Love how they actually sing songs, and it kind of, walks you through the movie. Love Phil and how he tries to make Hercules the best he possibly can. And Hades is fantastic as a villain in this. I mean, he is the Lord of Darkness, and he comes across so sly and so just powerful, and it's crazy because you can see his devilish workings. You can see how he wants to just take control, and you see how Hercules is this, fish out of water. He's in the area where he really doesn't do well. He's super clumsy, and everyone's like, oh, this kid's a menace, but he knows deep down that there's something else in him, something that he's got to strive for. And I think we all can kind of relate to Hercules, because deep down inside of us, there's the best version of us somewhere, and sometimes it's easier to find than others, but for others, you just gotta, listen to that voice, follow, go the distance, and you will find out that you are your own special Hercules. At number 24, Mulan. This is why we chose to put it at number 24. This episode, I think we have a lot of the, characters that go above and beyond to kind of help their purpose, and Mulan is definitely one of them. Mulan wanting to make sure that she protected her father, who's older and really can't fight anymore, and since she's not a son, she had to go ahead and step up. And I just think that's beautiful. She knew what she had to do for the family, even though it was against everything that culture stood for. And I love how they made the spirits talk and all of her ancestors, and they said, let the great stone giant come forth, and Mushu ends up breaking it. He's like, I am the great stone dragon. I love it. Mushu is a fantastic character. Eddie Murphy really puts his heart and soul into that. But with Eddie Murphy's voice, you can kind of hear it everywhere. I mean, when I watch this movie now, I'm like, is that Donkey from Shrek? But it's a great film. The comedy from Mushu, the songs are fabulous. The action sequences are great. The underlying story of look at what Mulan does, not only for her family, but for her country. I mean, it is just a powerful story of love, action, thrill, a minute, and it's great. And the enemy, that's a good enemy that they cooked up in Mulan. Coming in at number 23, Tarzan. This is why we chose to put it at 23. Tarzan is one of my boys' favorite films. I could watch this again and again. And Disney really does it very well, telling the story not only through the pictures, but the music. The music is really what just makes you watch. You can sing the songs again and again. You feel the heartbreak when Tarzan's mother loses her baby. You feel the fear when the jaguar's coming after him because it's vicious. But you just go along and cheer for Tarzan when he meets Jane and hope that everything goes well. And there's a lot of comedy aspects of this. There's some sadness. But overall, I think they did a fantastic job of the retelling of Tarzan because it is just an amazing character, amazing story, and some of the best music that is out there from Disney. Coming in at number 22, can you guess it? Lilo and Stitch. This is why we chose to put it at 22. Lilo and Stitch is amazing. That's why I'm wearing the shirt for it in this episode. Lilo and Stitch kind of came out of that experimental phase where not a lot of movies were really hitting. And you give us this story about this broken family that is an older sister raising a younger sister after their parents died, and all the struggles of that. The younger sister just wanting more in life, and everyone kind of looks at her and says, you know, she's different. And then here comes this space alien that's been designed from this crazy Frankenstein's monster kind of alien who creates things that are issues, and to escape he finds his way to Hawaii. And how far they are different, Lilo and Stitch, is how far they are close. Both of them feeling like outcasts, yet finding home in one another. And that's one big thing of this film is Ohana. Ohana means family. It means not, leaving no one behind. And this story really captures that, where your family can be anything. It can be your traditional family, your non-traditional family. It can be, a sister, a younger sister, a boyfriend, possibility, a weird dog that's really an alien. And I love the agent that they have in this. It's some of the most creative names. Cobra Bubbles. I mean, I would have loved to have been at that meeting when they said, "Hey, we got this character. Let me go ahead and tell you. His name is Cobra Bubbles." And everyone looks around the table at each other and they go, "You know what? Yeah, that's the name. That's that special agent. We got to have Special Agent Cobra Bubbles." Because the movie's great. Song is great. There's a few of them. I love how they have the throwback to Elvis, but Stitch is fantastic. Lilo's great. Just give you the whole sense of what family's all about and what you're willing to do for it, no matter what the cause. And rounding out our list for this episode, coming in at number 21, I've got a bug here, Bambi. This is why we put it at number 21. Now we're on to the last one of this episode. This is the first movie that Disney made that really messed me up as a kid. I'm talking about Bambi. We all know the scene. We know Bambi running away, his mother going, "Bambi, go, go." And then you hear the shot. And no mother. That's terrifying for a kid, especially growing up and, having that sense of, my parents were gone and something bad happened to them. That was frightening. And Bambi really tells us that. It shows us the animals from their point of view and kind of what they have to deal with on a daily basis. And I thought Disney did a really good job of really endearing the animals to us and making us understand their plight here. But it was a great film. It had wonderful music, not ones that you can really sing over and over again, but it's just one of Disney's classics, and that's why it is so high on this list. All right, that'll do it for this episode. What'd you all think? Hopefully you kind of agreed with us. If you didn't, that's great. Go ahead and put it in the comments and say, no, Lilo and Stitch shouldn't be that high. Or, oh man, 101 Dalmatians is that low. What's going on? You let us know what you think. This is just how my family broke down everything. This is what our thoughts kind of were on these movies. And hopefully your guys' biggest takeaway is go out and watch these films. If you're able to have Disney Plus and see some of these movies, enjoy it with your family. Or don't enjoy it with your family. There are some times where I know when I was repainting my house, I would take a room, I would put Disney Plus on my phone, and I would just be playing a Disney movie in the background while I'm sitting there painting up the walls. And when one of those songs came on that I really enjoyed, I'd go ahead and sing it. So you got to find out what works for you and just enjoy it. For us, it's Disney. We really enjoy Disney. So hopefully you like this list. And stay tuned. We've got 2 more videos to come. These are the nitty-gritty ones. We're going to go from 20 to 11 and from 10 to 1. So they should be coming out hopefully in the near future. See you next time.